Few places on Earth take your breath away like Banff National Park, where glacier-fed lakes shimmer in surreal turquoise and snow-capped peaks rise like ancient guardians of the land. Tucked within the Canadian Rockies, Banff is more than a scenic getaway. It's a deeply moving experience. Every part of this vast park, from the reflection of Mount Rundle and Vermilion Lakes to the emerald glow of Lake Louise at dawn, feels like a work of natural art. Whether you're cruising the Icefields Parkway or wandering into an alpine meadow, you're constantly met with moments that make you pause in awe. What truly sets Banff apart are its glacial lakes. Their almost otherworldly blue comes from fine particles, rock flour, created by glaciers grinding against stone. When sunlight hits these suspended minerals, the water glows with brilliant blues and greens. Lake Louise and Moraine Lake are the park's stars, but hidden gems like Peyto Lake and Bow Lake are equally mesmerizing. Beyond the lakes, Banff's mountains tower with rugged majesty. Peaks like Mount Temple and Castle Mountain dominate the skyline, their jagged edges sculpted by ice and time. They're not only stunning to admire, they invite adventure, offering top-tier hiking, climbing, and photography experiences. Banff's magic isn't just in the grand views. It lives in the quiet details, the soft crunch of snow on a trail, the whisper of pine in the wind, or the echo of a loon across still waters. It's in the calm that settles over you while watching elk in the distance, or the warmth of sun on your back as you hike beside a lake. Wildlife lovers will find Banff especially thrilling. Grizzlies, black bears, elk, wolves, bighorn sheep, and mountain goats all call this park home. With respectful distance, visitors can witness these majestic animals living freely in their natural environment, something rare and unforgettable. For those looking to relax, the Banff town site offers cozy lodges, delightful cafes, and the famed Banff Upper Hot Springs. Soaking in warm, mineral-rich waters while surrounded by snowy peaks is an experience that soothes both body and spirit. Photographers and filmmakers flock to Banff for its dramatic, ever-changing light. Morning mist dances over lakes, golden hour ignites the mountain ridges, and starry skies stretch wide above you at night. It's a dreamscape for creatives and dreamers alike. No matter the season, Banff offers something magical. In summer, wildflowers carpet the meadows, and the lakes glow their brightest. Autumn paints the larch trees gold. Winter turns the park into a snowy wonderland perfect for skiing or snowshoeing. And spring brings a burst of life, thawing waterfalls, blooming trees, and wildlife waking up after the long cold. Banff isn't just a destination. It's a reminder that wild beauty still exists. It's where you can slow down, breathe deeply, and feel both humbled and uplifted by nature's power. So, if you've ever dreamed of stepping into a real-life fairy tale, Banff is calling. Grab your camera, lace up your boots, and come feel the wonder of this extraordinary place for yourself. You won't leave the same. Have you visited Banff or added it to your bucket list? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey, give it a like, share it with friends, and subscribe to support the WSE NatureFlow community. Your love helps us keep sharing the most beautiful places on Earth. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Imagine stepping into a world where turquoise lakes spill into one another through a series of cascading waterfalls, each more magical than the last. Welcome to Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia's breathtaking natural masterpiece. Nestled in the heart of central Croatia, Plitvice is a living canvas of vivid blues, lush greens, and the constant, soothing sound of rushing water. It's one of the oldest and largest national parks in Southeast Europe, and in 1979, it earned its well-deserved place on UNESCO's World Heritage List. But no description, no matter how vivid, can truly capture the sheer enchantment that awaits you here. The park boasts a mesmerizing chain of 16 interconnected lakes, divided into the upper and lower lakes, connected by a staggering 90 waterfalls. What makes Plitvice so rare and special isn't just the number of waterfalls. It's the way nature has sculpted them over thousands of years. The lakes are separated by natural travertine barriers formed by the gradual deposition of minerals from the flowing water. These barriers grow and shift continuously, creating ever-changing landscapes that feel alive in the most literal sense. Each season brings a different personality to Plitvice. In spring and summer, vibrant wildflowers and the rich greenery frame the sparkling waters. Autumn transforms the park into a fiery tapestry of red, gold, and orange. In winter, it becomes a frozen fairy tale, with waterfalls suspended mid-flow by layers of glittering ice. No matter when you visit, Plitvice promises a sensory experience you'll never forget. Visitors can explore the park through a thoughtfully designed network of wooden boardwalks and hiking trails, weaving in and around the lakes and waterfalls. The most popular route includes a serene boat ride across Kozjak Lake, the largest in the park, giving you a chance to glide over crystal-clear waters and witness the unique aquatic life thriving beneath the surface. One of the most iconic sights in Plitvice is the great waterfall, Veliki Slap. Croatia's tallest waterfall, plunging an impressive 78 meters, 256 feet, into the lower lakes below. Standing in front of this powerful cascade, feeling the mist on your face, and hearing the deep, thunderous roar is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Beyond its stunning landscapes, Plitvice is also home to a rich diversity of wildlife. Lucky visitors might spot deer, bears, wolves, and over 120 species of birds, including colorful kingfishers and majestic eagles. The park's pristine ecosystems are a reminder of what the world can look like when nature is allowed to flourish, untouched and unspoiled. For those seeking a full experience, nearby villages offer cozy accommodations and traditional Croatian hospitality, allowing you to extend your stay and explore even more of this enchanting region. Whether you're an avid photographer, a passionate hiker, or simply someone in search of a little wonder, Plitvice Lakes National Park will touch your heart in ways you never expected. If there's one place in the world that proves nature is the greatest artist, it's Plitvice. This waterfall wonderland isn't just a destination. It's a reminder of the beauty and magic that still exists on our planet. We truly believe that everyone should experience the magic of Plitvice Lakes at least once in their lifetime. It's a journey that will leave you breathless, inspired, and deeply connected to the natural world. If you enjoyed this glimpse into one of Earth's most beautiful corners, please remember to like, comment, and share. Your support helps the WSE NatureFlow community keep bringing you inspiring natural wonders from around the globe. Thank you so much for joining us today. See you in the next video.
At the southernmost reaches of South America, where the wind howls across endless plains and jagged mountains pierce the sky, lies Patagonia, a raw and breathtaking wilderness that seems almost untouched by time. Stretching across vast swaths of Argentina and Chile, Patagonia offers a surreal blend of landscapes that feel as if they belong to another planet. Towering granite spires, glistening glaciers, turquoise lakes, and rolling pampas create a scenery so dramatic it defies imagination. In Argentina's Patagonia, nature reigns supreme, and every turn in the trail reveals a new wonder, more astonishing than the last. One of the most iconic sights is the Fitzroy Massif near El Chaltén. These rugged peaks, often shrouded in mist, glow with fiery hues at sunrise, a spectacle that stirs the soul of anyone lucky enough to witness it. Meanwhile, in Los Glaciares National Park, the mighty Perito Moreno Glacier creaks and groans as towering walls of ice calve into the freezing waters below. A dramatic reminder of nature's power and beauty. Unlike many glaciers around the world, Perito Moreno is one of the few still advancing, adding to its awe-inspiring presence. But Patagonia is not just about the grand vistas. It's about the feeling of complete immersion in nature's rawness. Here you can hike through pristine valleys where guanacos graze freely, kayak past massive icebergs, or watch in silent wonder as Andean condors glide effortlessly above cliffs. The region's isolation means that human footprints are few, allowing wildlife to thrive and landscapes to remain pristine. The weather in Patagonia is famously unpredictable. One moment, the sky might be a brilliant blue. The next, fierce winds and swirling mists sweep across the land. Yet it's this very untamed spirit that makes Patagonia so enchanting. It demands resilience, rewards curiosity, and gifts visitors with experiences that few places on Earth can match. For those seeking even deeper solitude, the vast steppe known as the Patagonian Desert stretches endlessly to the horizon. In this stark, arid landscape, ancient fossils and mysterious cave paintings tell silent stories of a land shaped over millennia. And along the Atlantic coast, wildlife lovers can marvel at penguins, elephant seals, and the occasional southern right whale, making Patagonia not only a visual paradise, but also a vital sanctuary for many rare species. Visiting Patagonia is more than just a trip. It's a profound journey into the heart of Earth's wild spirit. It's where you come to feel small before towering peaks, to find stillness by crystal lakes, and to breathe air so pure it almost startles your lungs. It's a place where the soul stretches wide, much like the endless Patagonian skies. If you've ever dreamed of standing on the edge of the world, surrounded by nature's purest and most rugged beauty, Patagonia is calling. This untamed land promises an adventure like no other, one that lingers in your heart long after you leave. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the WSE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. Bathed in the ethereal glow of the midnight sun and the shimmering dance of the northern lights, the Lofoten Islands of Norway stand as one of Earth's most breathtaking natural wonders. Though not yet designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, these islands are part of protected national scenic routes and receive over 1 million visitors annually, each drawn by the rare convergence of Arctic beauty and coastal drama that defines this remote archipelago. Located well above the Arctic Circle, the Lofoten Islands rise like jagged dragon spines from the Norwegian Sea. This chain of islands is renowned for its raw, untouched beauty, where dramatic fjords meet deep blue waters and fishing villages cling colorfully to rocky coastlines. Despite its northern latitude, the region enjoys a surprisingly mild climate, thanks to the warming effects of the Gulf Stream. This unusual mix of Arctic location and temperate influence gives Lofoten its unique character. Snow-capped peaks standing guard over green meadows, sea eagles circling over turquoise bays, and the occasional orca surfacing beneath golden skies. The sky is one of Lofoten's most enchanting features. In summer, the sun never sets, casting a golden hue across the mountains and sea for weeks on end. In winter, darkness falls, but only to reveal the aurora borealis painting the heavens in waves of green, violet, and blue. The shifting skies create an atmosphere of wonder, making even the stillest moments feel alive. The land itself is a study in contrast. Sharp granite peaks soar over 1,000 meters above sea level, while calm fjords and white sand beaches lie below, often just a short walk apart. Vegetation here is low and hardy, moss, birch, and wildflowers adapted to harsh seasons. In spring and summer, the valleys bloom with color, creating a gentle contrast to the stark, angular mountains that tower above. Everywhere, nature is in motion. Waves crash rhythmically on rock-strewn shores. Seabirds cry overhead, and the wind whispers through pine and tundra. Hikers may hear the crunch of snow underfoot or the distant rumble of a shifting glacier. Wildlife thrives here. Moose and foxes roam the forests, while puffins nest along cliffs. In the surrounding seas, seals and whales make regular appearances, adding to the region's sense of untouched vitality. Standing amidst this natural cathedral, many travelers report a deep emotional resonance, a sense of humility, awe, and renewal. The vastness of the landscape, coupled with its stillness, invites reflection. Some compare the experience to standing at the edge of the world. Others say it feels like stepping into a dream. Compared to more tourist-heavy destinations like Iceland or the Swiss Alps, the Lofoten Islands remain quieter, more pristine, and arguably more surreal. Here you won't find commercial ski resorts or luxury spas. Instead, you'll find red-painted Rohrbuer cabins on stilts, fishermen hauling in cod, and a way of life deeply rooted in nature. It's this authenticity, combined with almost cinematic scenery, that sets Lofoten apart. In a world increasingly dominated by screens and schedules, the Lofoten Islands offer something rare, a reminder of Earth's raw and ancient beauty. Their significance goes beyond visuals. It's about connection, stillness, and the realization that such places still exist. To witness the Lofoten Islands is to remember why natural beauty matters. Their delicate ecosystems and cultural heritage deserve protection, not only for their ecological value, but for the solace and inspiration they offer all who visit. As Norwegian explorer Fridtjof Nansen once said, "The difficult is what takes a little time. The impossible is what takes a little longer." The journey to Lofoten may take time, but what you find there, a fusion of light, sea, and silence, is nothing short of miraculous. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the WSE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. Jagged limestone spires piercing the heavens, valleys bathed in golden alpine light, and meadows so pristine they seem painted by hand. The Dolomites are not just mountains, they are masterpieces. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2009, this rugged mountain range in northeastern Italy is hailed as one of the most visually stunning natural landscapes on Earth, drawing over 3 million visitors each year in awe of its cinematic grandeur. Stretching across the provinces of South Tyrol, Trentino, and Belluno, the Dolomites cover more than 140,000 hectares of unspoiled alpine wilderness. Here the Earth seems to have pushed itself into dramatic forms. Cathedral-like cliffs, soaring towers, and deep glacial valleys. The region is divided into 9 mountain systems, each with its own geological story, yet all united by their dazzling dolomite rock, a pale carbonate mineral that glows with warm hues of pink and orange at dawn and dusk, a phenomenon locals call enrosadera. The sky above the Dolomites is a dynamic canvas. In summer, it's often deep blue and cloudless, a crisp clarity that makes each peak appear sharper, more surreal. Winter brings dramatic shifts, heavy snowfalls, mists curling through the pine forests, and thunderclouds rumbling behind the cliffs. Each season transforms the mood of the mountains, making no 2 visits the same. The vegetation here is both delicate and diverse. Alpine meadows bloom with wildflowers like edelweiss and arnica in spring and summer, while forests of larch, pine, and spruce climb the lower slopes. Higher up, vegetation yields to hardy mosses and lichens that cling to rock faces battered by wind and time. In autumn, golden larches set the landscape ablaze before the snow returns. The terrain is an adventurer's dream. Vertical walls for climbers, high-altitude plateaus for hikers, deep valleys for cyclists, and world-class slopes for winter sports enthusiasts. The very rock that defines the Dolomites fractures into sharp forms, creating dramatic silhouettes against the sky. Waterfalls tumble into crystalline lakes, and ancient glaciers glisten like glass in sheltered cirques. There is a quiet rhythm to the Dolomites that seems to speak directly to the soul. The chirp of marmots, the rustle of deer in the underbrush, the distant croak of ravens circling the cliffs. Every sound feels deliberate and ancient. Winds whistle through the narrow passes, and when night falls, a deep, echoing stillness sets in that blankets the whole range in peace. Wildlife here includes chamois leaping across ledges, golden eagles soaring overhead, and red foxes darting between thickets. The Dolomites support an impressive biodiversity, protected in national parks like Parco Natural Tresim and Parco Naturale Fanes Sen Brai. It's a sanctuary where life still thrives in balance. Standing amid this landscape evokes a sense of humility and awe. Many describe the Dolomites as a place that touches something timeless within. The feeling of being small in the presence of something immense, ancient, and magnificently alive. Compared to the Swiss Alps or the Rockies, the Dolomites are sharper, more sculptural. Their drama is not in their height, but in their artistry. Few places on Earth feel so much like a living painting. The Dolomites are not just Italy's crown jewels. They are a testament to the raw, poetic power of nature. Their preservation is not merely about tourism or heritage. It's about keeping a window open into Earth's creative soul. As climate change and human development press ever closer, protecting this alpine paradise becomes an act of reverence and responsibility. As famed mountaineer Reinhold Messner once said, "In the Dolomites, nature's design has achieved perfection. For those lucky enough to witness them, the Dolomites leave not just memories, but a lifelong imprint on the heart." Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the SWE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. Crashing down with raw power from a height of 60 meters, nearly 200 feet, Skogafoss is one of Iceland's most iconic and awe-inspiring waterfalls. A thundering curtain of water that creates not just mist, but magic. Drawing over 1 million visitors annually, Skogafoss is not only a highlight along Iceland's famed Ring Road, but a symbol of the country's untamed natural beauty. It's been featured in movies like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty and Game of Thrones. And for good reason. Skogafoss feels like a gateway between worlds, where ancient myths meet modern wonder. Located on the southern coast of Iceland, near the quaint village of Skogar, Skogafoss marks the boundary where the cliffs of Iceland's former coastline now rise abruptly from flat lowlands. Behind the waterfall stretches the dramatic Skoga River, fed by glaciers atop the mighty Eyjafjallajökull volcano. From the base of the falls, a steep staircase of over 500 steps leads to a panoramic viewpoint, revealing miles of green hills, black sand plains, and the Atlantic Ocean on the horizon. Skogafoss is a place of changing moods. In summer, long hours of daylight bathe the falls in golden light, often giving way to double rainbows formed in the mist, a signature spectacle of the site. In winter, under violet dusk skies and northern lights, the waterfall takes on an ethereal glow. The air is brisk and clean, carrying the cool spray far beyond the river's edge. Surrounding Skogafoss is a lush tapestry of emerald mosses, wild grasses, and delicate alpine flowers clinging to the cliffs. The terrain is a balance of opposites. Flat, fertile plains suddenly interrupted by steep, dramatic drops. The volcanic soil, nourished by glacial rivers, gives life to resilient vegetation, even in the harshest seasons. The moment you approach Skogafoss, its roar dominates the senses. It's not just a sound, it's a force. The water hits the rocks below with relentless energy, and yet there's a rhythmic, almost meditative quality to it. The mist rises, dancing in the wind. Birds call above, riding the thermals, while the river gurgles and flows steadily away toward the sea. While large animals are rare in this region, Arctic foxes, ptarmigans, and various seabirds make appearances. In summer, puffins nest along nearby cliffs, and salmon swim up the Skoga River, contributing to the delicate balance of this wild ecosystem. Standing at the base of Skogafoss is an experience that defies words. The sheer scale, the sound, the spray on your face, it evokes a deep connection to something ancient and eternal. Many visitors report feeling humbled, uplifted, or even emotional in its presence. Legends say a Viking settler hid a treasure behind the falls, and though no one has found it, most agree the true treasure is the waterfall itself. Compared to famous waterfalls like Niagara or Victoria Falls, Skogafoss offers something more intimate, more spiritual. It's not just about size or volume, it's about harmony. Here, myth, nature, and light converge, making it a place of contemplation as much as admiration. Unlike tourist-heavy sites, you can often find yourself alone at sunrise, just you and the sound of falling water. Skogafoss is not just a visual marvel, it's a living monument to Iceland's natural heritage. As climate change alters glaciers and ecosystems, places like this become even more precious. Preserving Skogafoss means preserving a piece of Earth's soul. As one local guide once said, Skogafoss doesn't just fall, it speaks. And if you listen, you'll hear the heart of Iceland. Let us all be guardians of that voice, so future generations can stand in awe, as we do now, and witness the waterfall where myths meet rainbows. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the SWE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. Rising an awe-inspiring 3,724 meters, 12,218 feet into the clouds. Aoraki Mount Cook is New Zealand's tallest mountain, a sacred summit that defines the skyline of the Aoraki Mount Cook National Park, one of the crown jewels of the South Island. Part of the UNESCO-listed Te Waihipunamu World Heritage Area, this pristine alpine sanctuary draws thousands of hikers, climbers, and nature lovers each year, all seeking a glimpse of its towering peaks, glacier-carved valleys, and starlit skies. Tucked into the heart of the Southern Alps, Aoraki Mount Cook National Park is a place where nature reigns unchallenged. Covering over 700 square kilometers, the park is dominated by 19 mountain peaks that soar above 3,000 meters, including the mighty Aoraki itself. Nestled among these giants are hundreds of glaciers, alpine meadows, and turquoise lakes, most notably Lake Pukaki, whose surreal blue hue mirrors the sky and mountains in crystalline clarity. The sky here is a living canvas. By day, it stretches endlessly over the alpine range, often a deep cobalt blue, while scattered clouds paint shifting patterns across the mountainsides. Nights are something else entirely. The park is part of the Aoraki Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve, offering some of the clearest night skies in the world. Under a blanket of stars in the Milky Way's glow, visitors are left in quiet wonder. The climate is alpine and often unpredictable. Brilliant sunshine can give way to snowfall within hours. In summer, crisp mornings warm into sunlit afternoons, while winter cloaks the peaks in glistening white, heightening the drama of the already spectacular views. Below the rugged slopes lies a delicate yet hardy ecosystem. Tussock grasses, mountain daisies, and alpine buttercups, including the rare Mount Cook lily, dot the valleys and slopes, painting the landscape in soft whites, yellows, and greens during blooming season. The terrain varies dramatically. Glacial valleys, moraine ridges, braided riverbeds, and sheer rock faces create a layered, almost otherworldly landform. This is a land that breathes slowly but powerfully. The deep creak of glaciers shifting, the whistle of alpine winds, and the rush of icy streams weaving through the valley all form a wild and rhythmic backdrop. On still mornings, the silence is profound, broken only by the call of a key or the rustle of grasses swaying in the breeze. Though seemingly harsh, the park is home to a resilient range of wildlife. Kia, New Zealand's clever alpine parrots, flash their orange wings as they soar. Rock wrens and pipits flit among the rocks, while Himalayan tahr, a legacy of early European settlers, move across the high slopes. If you're lucky, you might even glimpse the elusive New Zealand falcon, watching silently from above. To stand beneath Aoraki is to feel both humbled and elevated. The mountain is sacred to the Ngāi Tahu, the Maori people of the South Island, who regard Aoraki as an ancestor and a spiritual guardian. Visitors often speak of a deep sense of calm, reverence, and clarity that settles in while gazing at its ice-crowned summit. It's not just a hike, it's an experience of stillness and connection. While the Alps of Europe or the Rockies of North America may rival it in size, Aoraki Mount Cook offers a singular blend of accessibility, cultural heritage, and unspoiled grandeur. The contrast between sky, ice, rock, and meadow, framed by the intense blues of the glacial lakes, makes this park unlike any other on Earth. Aoraki Mount Cook National Park is more than scenery. It's a living legacy of natural and cultural significance. As climate change threatens glaciers and alpine ecosystems worldwide, protecting this space becomes not only a national duty, but a global one. As the Maori proverb says, "Toitu te wenua, watungarongaro te tangata," the land remains while the people disappear. Let us honor that truth by preserving Aoraki's timeless beauty so future generations can continue to find inspiration in the silence of the mountains, in the songs of the stars. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the SWE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. Towering cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and flower-filled meadows converge in a single breathtaking location. Lauterbrunnen Valley, one of the most visually stunning and serene landscapes in the Swiss Alps. Tucked into the heart of the Bernese Oberland and part of the UNESCO-listed Jungfrau Aletsch protected area, Lauterbrunnen is visited by nature lovers and hikers from around the globe, yet still retains a peaceful, untouched charm that feels like a hidden paradise carved out of the earth. Lauterbrunnen, which translates to many fountains, lives up to its name with 72 waterfalls spilling from steep cliffs that rise nearly 300 meters, 980 feet, above the valley floor. The most famous of these is Staubach Falls, one of Europe's tallest free-falling waterfalls, a silver ribbon of mist that shimmers in the sunlight. The valley stretches in a narrow corridor flanked by the snow-capped peaks of the Eiger, Munch, and Jungfrau, making every view feel like a living postcard. Above the valley, the sky shifts constantly. In summer, it is a deep, almost translucent blue, interrupted only by drifting cumulus clouds or the arc of a golden sun passing low over alpine ridgelines. Spring brings a palette of warm light and birdsong, while autumn cloaks the valley in golden hues. Winters here are nothing short of magical. Crisp skies, pristine snowfields, and the soft glow of light reflecting off icy cliffs and roofs. Due to its elevation and geography, Lauterbrunnen enjoys a microclimate with cool summers and snowy winters. The crisp mountain air is incredibly pure, often scented faintly with pine or fresh grass, depending on the season. The vegetation in Lauterbrunnen Valley is a beautiful display of alpine biodiversity. Edelweiss, alpine roses, and countless species of wildflowers bloom in waves across green meadows. Traditional wooden chalets with flower boxes dot the slopes, blending harmoniously with their surroundings. Towering spruce and fir trees line the upper trails, while moss-covered rocks and ferns thrive near streams and waterfalls. The terrain is equally varied. Steep cliff walls rise dramatically from the valley floor, while gentle pasture lands stretch out beneath. Glacier-fed rivers rush along the base, creating a melodic soundtrack of trickling streams and crashing falls. The natural soundtrack of Lauterbrunnen is unforgettable. Waterfalls echo softly against stone, birds call from the treetops, and cowbells ring gently from nearby pastures. In the early morning, the valley is hushed. Just the breeze and the distant rush of water fill the silence. Wildlife is present but respectful. You may spot ibex balancing on rocky ledges, marmots darting between burrows, or hear the haunting cry of a golden eagle overhead. The balance between human presence and wildlife has remained remarkably stable, due in part to Switzerland's strong conservation ethic. To visit Lauterbrunnen is to step into a world of peaceful grandeur. The sheer scale of the cliffs, the softness of the light, and the constant motion of falling water combine to create a deep emotional resonance. Many visitors report feelings of calm, introspection, and awe. It's a place that slows the heart and lifts the spirit. Compared to other alpine valleys, Lauterbrunnen feels uniquely gentle, more like a natural sanctuary than a destination. While the Canadian Rockies or Norway's fjords may rival its dramatic features, Lauterbrunnen stands apart for its storybook quality, its quiet soul, and the way human life blends seamlessly with nature. Lauterbrunnen Valley is more than a destination. It is a living expression of harmony between nature, culture, and time. As the world grows more connected and fast-paced, places like this serve as sacred retreats, reminders of the Earth's quiet power. As the Swiss poet Johann Wolfgang von Goethe once said after visiting Staubach Falls, "How glorious to see nature in its majesty." Let us honor that glory by protecting Lauterbrunnen for those yet to come, so that future generations may walk its flower-lined paths and still hear the song of the valley where waterfalls fall like whispers from the sky. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the SWE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. Perched nearly 1,100 meters, 3,600 feet above sea level, Trolltunga, or the Troll's Tongue, juts daringly out from a cliff over the shimmering lake of Ringdalsvatnet, offering one of the world's most heart-stopping and iconic natural viewpoints. Each year, tens of thousands of adventurers hike through Norway's dramatic wilderness for the chance to stand at the edge of this jaw-dropping rock formation, a symbol of both human courage and nature's grandeur. Though not part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Trolltunga lies within the Hardangervidda National Park, the largest in Norway, and represents the pinnacle of Nordic alpine beauty. Located in Vestland County near the town of Odda, Trolltunga rests in a raw, high-altitude landscape shaped over millennia by glaciers and tectonic forces. The journey to reach it is no small feat, a challenging 20 to 28-kilometer round-trip hike with an elevation gain of over 800 meters, traversing through rocky paths, marshy plateaus, and alpine snowfields. This strenuous route acts as a natural gatekeeper, ensuring that those who reach the summit are met not only with spectacular views, but with a profound sense of achievement. The sky over Trolltunga is a moody and ever-changing canopy. In summer, it opens up into vast stretches of pale blue, painted with strokes of golden light during the long Nordic evenings. Clouds drift slowly across the peaks, casting dynamic shadows over the cliffs and valleys below. Rain and fog can roll in swiftly, adding a mystical, almost haunting beauty to the landscape. In late spring and early autumn, the air is crisp and clear, offering breathtaking visibility of the surrounding mountains and fjords. The vegetation at these elevations is sparse but resilient. Patches of Arctic moss, alpine heather, and tiny wildflowers cling to the thin soil, bringing soft touches of green, yellow, and violet to the otherwise stony terrain. During the brief summer bloom, the ground around the trail bursts into color, defying the harsh climate. The terrain is defined by steep cliffs, glacially carved plateaus, and deep valleys that echo with silence. You walk across ancient rock formations, their surfaces scratched and smoothed by the movement of ice ages ago. Far below, Ringdalsvatnet glows a surreal blue, fed by snowmelt and glacier runoff. The only sounds are the crunch of boots on rock, the distant call of a bird, and the whisper of wind that carries across the vast open spaces. Wildlife is elusive but ever-present. Reindeer may roam in the distance, and hardy species like Arctic foxes, ptarmigans, and small rodents make their homes here. Overhead, you might spot golden eagles or ravens soaring effortlessly across the sky, guardians of this wild sanctuary. Standing on Trolltunga feels like standing at the edge of the world. The drop below is dizzying, the wind cold and invigorating, and the vastness of the view before you is almost too grand to comprehend. Many visitors pause not only for the photo opportunity, but for the silence. The immense, humbling silence that comes with such height and isolation. It's a place where people often cry, laugh, or simply sit in awe. It's more than a viewpoint, it's a spiritual moment. Compared to other dramatic vistas like the Grand Canyon or the cliffs of Moher, Trolltunga offers a unique intimacy with danger and wonder. You're not just looking at the landscape, you're in it. A tiny figure on a stone tongue jutting into space. There are no railings, no crowds pressing in, just you, the mountain, and the sky. Trolltunga is one of those rare places that captures the imagination and stirs the soul. Its raw beauty is untouched by overdevelopment, a treasure for those willing to make the journey. As climate change and tourism increase, so too does the responsibility to protect and preserve this fragile environment. Trail maintenance, sustainable hiking practices, and environmental awareness are all vital in ensuring that this wonder remains unspoiled. As one hiker once wrote in the summit logbook, Trolltunga reminds us that the earth still holds secrets, beautiful, terrifying, and sacred. Let us treat this edge-of-the-world wonder with the reverence it deserves, so that generations to come may also stand there, breathless, between the rock and the sky. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the SWE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring. There is no place on Earth more alive, more mysterious, and more vital to the planet's well-being than the Amazon rainforest. A vast, breathing wilderness often called the lungs of the Earth. Spanning over 5.5 million square kilometers across 9 South American countries, the Amazon is the largest tropical rainforest on the planet, home to over 10% of the world's known species. Several regions within the Amazon, including parts of the Central Amazon Conservation Complex, have been designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, recognizing their irreplaceable ecological value. Every year, thousands of scientists, adventurers, and nature lovers journey here, not for ease, but for awe. The Amazon basin is an overwhelming mosaic of rivers, swamps, and dense forest canopies. Its centerpiece is the mighty Amazon River, the second longest river in the world and by far the largest by volume. The basin's climate is equatorial, hot, humid, and rainy, with the forest receiving over 2,000 millimeters, 78 inches of rainfall annually. The sky is often thick with moisture, casting a silver-blue haze over the treetops. Rain falls in sudden bursts, often followed by golden sunlight that filters through the mist, illuminating the jungle like a cathedral of light. The terrain ranges from lowland floodplains to ancient upland forests. There are no mountains here, only undulating stretches of dense greenery that seem to go on forever. The topography is shaped by water. Countless rivers and streams crisscross the land, feeding the immense biodiversity that defines this region. During the rainy season, much of the forest floods, turning the lower levels into a surreal, submerged world. The vegetation of the Amazon is unmatched in both diversity and density. Towering ceiba and kapok trees reach over 60 meters into the sky, their trunks wrapped in vines and orchids. Underneath the canopy lies a complex understory where ferns, bromeliads, Mosses and carnivorous plants thrive in the filtered light. Every layer of the forest is alive, from the tallest leaves to the darkest forest floor. Sounds in the Amazon form a continuous, mesmerizing symphony. You'll hear howler monkeys roaring at dawn, tree frogs chirping after rain, and the constant rustle of unseen creatures moving through the brush. Birdsong echoes from every direction. Bright plumaged toucans, macaws, and hummingbirds flash through the leaves. At night, the air vibrates with the calls of insects and the hoots of owls, creating a soundscape unlike anywhere else in the world. Wildlife here is nothing short of legendary. From elusive jaguars and anacondas to playful river dolphins and brilliant poison dart frogs, the Amazon hosts a staggering array of creatures. Some species are so rare they've only been documented once or twice, and many more are still undiscovered, hidden deep in the jungle, waiting to reveal their secrets. Visiting the Amazon is not a casual encounter. It is a spiritual immersion. The scale of the forest, the weight of its humidity, and the vitality of its every inch force a kind of humility. Many travelers report feeling changed, even reborn, after experiencing its overwhelming energy. The sheer presence of the rainforest, its depth, its pulse, its unknowable heart, can quiet the mind and open the spirit. Compared to other natural wonders, the Amazon is not about vistas or singular landmarks. It's about immersion. Unlike the Grand Canyon's vast openness or the Alps' towering peaks, the Amazon wraps around you. It whispers and hums, hides and reveals. It is intimate and infinite all at once. The Amazon rainforest is not only a biological marvel, it is a global necessity. It produces 20% of the world's oxygen, stores vast amounts of carbon, and plays a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate. But it is under severe threat from deforestation, illegal mining, and climate change. Preserving it is not just about saving trees or animals. It's about safeguarding the health of our planet. As one indigenous guide once said, the forest gives us life. In every tree, in every river, in every sound, it speaks. We just have to listen. Let us honor that voice. Let us protect this emerald heart so future generations can still wander beneath its vast canopy and hear the eternal music of the living earth. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or is it on your bucket list? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being part of the SWE Nature Flow community. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean the world to us and help keep inspiring journeys like this alive. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in the next video. Until then, keep exploring.